Michael Coss, welcome to Empower Network TV, sir.
It's a real pleasure to be here with you today, Amos, and all your guests as well, to share my story, to give people hope, inspiration, purpose, drive, etc.
I
So
love it.
thank you.
I love it. Well, I love when I asked you, what is it you want to call your interview? And you said, what did you say?
I,
What's your
I would like
purpose?
I would like to leave your audience with this message. What is your purpose in life? Because I realize by now at the age of 54, my accident happened at 38. And when I've been through the navigating through the healthcare system for over the last 17 years, it makes me realize what my purpose in life is. And that is to give people hope, inspiration, drive, etc. Purpose. So that is why
Mm.
I asked that question.
So can we go there? Let's talk about what happened. So I can see behind you, crash survivor refuses to ever give up. So at 38 years old, what happened?
Prior to May 2006, which was the date of my accident, I was living on cloud nine. I was happily married, working for Molson Canada as director of field marketing. I had twin children, was a recent father. I was socially engaged with people, playing several sports, ice hockey, football, soccer, baseball. And then on May 2006, the wave came crashing down, car accident. Then I was in a coma for over 6 months. My son was induced into a 10-day coma as well. His twin sister had a bloody nose, and my former wife fractured her wrist. So all in all, this was on the Kukahalla Highway while I was going to do a work function in Kelowna for Molson, Canada. So it was a workplace accident.
Mm. Okay, so when you woke up 6 months later, what happened then?
Well, of course, almost I don't remember my time in the hospital at all. I
Yeah.
don't remember the scene of the accident, recover responders, etc. But I remember going was into the hyperbaric oxygen chambers. I did that treatment of 270 times. I was first carried on stretchers. Back then, I was totally horizontal, so I was carried in by the BC paramedics several times. And by the end of those treatments, I was able to walk up myself, assisted with a cane, of course. But so I went in on a stretcher, but by the end, I was walking out with a cane.
Okay, so that's a game changer. Your life is very different today.
Yes, yes.
What does it
My
look like today?
my life now is all about rehab. It has been all about improving myself for the last 17 years, working on my walking, working on my balance, working on my speech, my breathing technique, flexibility. I work with physios twice a week. I work with a kinesiologist once a week. I work with a speech therapist once a week. So once again, Amos, my life has been all about rehab the last 17 years on improving Michael Coss, the product that you now see in front of you 17 years later, from coma to now being able to socially be engaged, use Zoom platforms like this, etc. And
And
be on
you're
your show to give hope, inspiration, purpose, things like that.
Yeah, you're a motivational speaker, Michael.
Well, my next goal, and Amos, thank you for saying that. My next goal is to do a TED Talk. So that I went to see over the last 2 years to get my feet wet, to soak up the room, to get the feel for the environment. But that is on the horizon for me, is to give a TED Talk eventually.
Well, we have a platform for you here. I'll tell you about it later, but I just love that you're here. I love that you're saying that. So key mindset takeaways you've learned, Michael? You've learned some key things in the last years because your mind is like steel now. What have you learned? What are the key takeaways?
The key takeaway from messages that like leave your audiences to do with is this: number one, anything is possible when you believe in when you're well supported. I myself have been well supported by several organizations and individuals. Number one, my father oversees my rehab from 10,000 feet. Number two, by WorkSafe BC, because I had a workplace accident, so they fully support me to this day. And number three, I'd like to say Connect Communities, where I live now, which is a house for brain injury survivors. They and as well, I'd like to thank each and every member of my rehab team that I've worked with over the last 17 years to help take my game to the next level.
Are you writing a book?
I already wrote. It's funny you ask that question, Amos, because I wrote a book called The Courage to Come Back, which was published on May 18, 2011, exactly 5 years after my accident. It's called The Courage to Come Back, and it was available on Amazon, several places as well. But so I wrote that book to give people hope, inspiration, to educate them about the benefits of hyperbaric oxygen chambers for treating brain injuries. Because I'll tell you this, they told my parents back after my accident that your son, three things, will never speak, eat, or walk ever again. And this is me 17 years later, speaking quickly, being able to walk, talk. But you know what, Amos? Right now, I'm training for my jumping act because my left hand is somewhat still contracted. I'm not able to perform my jumping act.
Wow, this is just amazing. I love having you here, Michael. Who invited you? Who invited you to Empower Network TV?
I believe it was a friend of mine who gave me, who let me, I can't remember exactly the time, the date, but I believe it was a friend of mine that put me in touch with you. And I dropped you an email, I left you a message, and here we are today. So
Well, I'm gonna just hold a sec. I'm just gonna look this up because I can tell you who you came in off of. So I just want to publicly thank them.
it was, I believe, a female, I can't remember.
Lorna Gale. Lorna
Oh,
Gale.
that girl, yes, yes.
Thank you, Lorna,
I
for
want to thank Donna for putting us in touch, contact.
yeah. So Michael, what is in your sights? The next, you're gonna do a TEDx talk in the next couple years. What else do you want to do? What else you gunning for?
Right now, I'm volunteering at the University of British Columbia, which is UBC. I'm a healthcare mentor for the past 3 years. And I'm going to my fourth year this year at the end of this month. This involves me coaching or mentoring 3 future healthcare professionals, a speech therapist, a kinesiologist, a physiotherapist, etc. So anyway, I'm involved with this program, and that's my way of giving back towards the healthcare profession that supported me for the last 17 years.
Michael, who would you like to connect with here? Who would you like to meet in our community? What type of people would you like to connect with?
Well, like as I mentioned before, my main goal to appear on your show today is to give people hope, inspiration, drive. Like when you're talking with someone who's never supposed to speak, eat, or walk ever again, and this is me 17 years later. And almost I'll say this as well. When I look behind me, my tank of rehab gas is still full to this day. It should be on fumes by now, 17 years later, but it is still full of unleaded fuel.
Wow, Michael, I'm just taking this all in. Thank you for being here. Do you have a physical copy of your book, or is it all on Amazon only?
I do have physical copies of my book, yes.
Do you have one there to show us, or is it?
I'll just let me stand up for my wheelchair. I'll grab that.
Oh, this is what I love about Empower Network TV. Empowering stories. Crash survivor refuses to ever give up. Say that again. If you're watching Empower Network TV or listening, we're on a call with Michael Coss, who's just going to get a physical copy of his book to show us. Here we go.
The animals, I just gave you a demonstration as a brain injury survivor. We have to physically think about each step we're going to take. Because as you know, I've had numerous falls over the last 70 years. So like unlike yourself, I physically have to think about lifting each foot, taking each step slowly, being aware of body position at all times. So almost after I did that demonstration, but the thing I wanted to do and I did not do, I wanted to do the triple axle for you. I will work more on my technique to show you next time. Almost. Here is my book,
All
called
right.
The Courage to Come Back.
Yep.
It was published exactly on the 5-year date of my injury. And if you look on the back, you see a picture of my twin children who were just 6 months old in the accident. And that was me before my injury as well.
Wow. Wow.
Almost, I'll share this with you. Yeah, you just saw a picture of me before my injury. As you can see, I was quite a healthy boy. I worked for Molson, Canada. My weight back then was 220, and now I'm down to 155. I lost over 70 pounds in a coma of 6 months, not being able to eat orally, things like that. So almost a message that I think leave you on with is if you have to lose some weight, please recommend the brain injury diet because it sure works.
Michael, you are a real pleasure, sir, to have on today. If you've been watching, listening to Empower Network TV, this is Michael Coss. Please connect with him. Michael, please post your links to your Amazon book. After I tag you in this in the Facebook, please post any links you have in the comment section of this post. You'll see that I tag you so people can connect with you. And any closing remarks for the audience?
Like I said, I would just like to thank you for having me, being invited as your guest today to educate the people on my recovery so far. And like I said, I just want to be honest with these 2 messages. Anything is possible when you put your mind to it. You set yourself some goals. You have a vision. You can basically accomplish anything. Here you're talking to a 17-year TBI survivor who's never supposed to speak, eat, or walk ever again. And the last message I would like to leave your audience with, Amos, is this. What is your purpose in life? I realized mine at the age of 15 now, after my accident, after 17 years of recovery. Now I'm realizing that my purpose, the reason why I'm on this earth when my accident happened, is to give people hope, to give people inspiration, drive, like I mentioned before. So that is willing why I'm a UBT healthcare mentor, to give back to the medical community.
Wow.
So once again, what is your purpose in life?
Wow. All right, Michael Koss, you are motivational, sir. Let's end the broadcast here, and I'll just keep chatting with you off camera. Thanks everyone for watching today. Reach out to Michael and let him know what you appreciate today, please.